So I want to thank everyone for having such great feedback on my Retro TV Food Faves series. Because you liked it so much and because you asked for another series, I've got one for you. This time I am bringing my amazing friends in. They're from all over the country and they're going to share their hometown favorites with you and make you laugh. So stay tuned, I gotcha. Hey everyone, welcome to YesterKitchen. I'm Jill, and if you love food, nostalgia, and retro, you are in the right place. Today I start a brand new series. It's called My Almost Famous Friends, because they are. A lot of my friends are in the film industry and they're just awesomely talented. And so today we're going to start with one of my wonderful friends, Brian Konowal. And here he is. And here he is. And here he is.
Yo, Jay.
And here he is.
Yo, dudes, what's happening? How are you? Brian Konowal from Philly here, yo.
See, so as you can tell, guess where he's from? And guess what we're gonna make?
Cheesesteaks.
Right? You're gonna love it. And we're gonna hear all about it because I've never been to Philadelphia.
Travesty.
When did you? Well, here's the thing. I grew up in Southern California, and that's where we all live. So I want to think that either everyone moved here because they want to be friends with me, or they just kind of showed up and I was lucky enough to meet them.
In my case, both. So yeah.
I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah.
So today we're gonna do Philly cheesesteaks. We're gonna hear about Philadelphia, and we're gonna hear about all the magic of cheesesteaks. So we're gonna get some cooking done.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm excited.
Okay. So the first thing and by the way, Brian gave me the recipe. So this is the first time I'm making it, so you get to see all this new.
I stole it.
I'm not supposed to say that.
Oh. Okay.
All right. So the first thing we're gonna do is you're gonna need 6 tablespoons of canola oil, but we're gonna do 3 and 3. First, we're gonna do the vegetables, then we're gonna do the meat, and then we're gonna make a sandwich.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. So here I have 3 tablespoons of canola oil.
Nice.
Do you want to cook or do you want?
I'm happy to participate in cooking.
Change places.
Okay.
Okay.
Just give me instructions. We're gonna get that pan nice and hot, right?
See, he already knows. Told you. I love him. By the way, as you saw earlier, Brian's an actor. Very good one. And you know, you see these crazy pictures like this, and then you see him. So yeah, very versatile. Sometimes I watch him on TV and I'm like, this is not the Brian I know.
I appreciate that.
Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take 1 small green pepper. I'm sorry, 1 small red pepper, and you want to slice them thin. Is this a proper slice for you?
I think that's thin enough, yeah.
Okay, cool. And then you want a small green pepper also.
There we go.
In it goes.
There we go. It's like Christmas.
It's like Christmas. And we got it. Impressive.
Thank you.
Impressive. So don't forget your food camera's down there, so we got to see
Oh,
it.
right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Okay, and then we have 8 ounces of mushrooms. And we
Beautiful.
slice those up. Now you got to tell me, do we cook the onions separately? Or do we cook them?
I think we should probably do them separately just because otherwise it'll infuse onion into everything.
We don't want that.
I don't think so. We want the onion to be onion.
Well, you're from Philly.
Yeah, on a grill in Philly, they would just have a giant thing of onions going with sometimes some kind of oil, or I don't think they use butter, but
Okay.
oil.
Well, your recipe said canola oil,
Yeah.
which, by the way, his recipe came from Pat's.
Pat's Steaks, 9th and Passion, right next to Gino's, right by the Italian Market. For any of you who have seen a little movie called Rocky, Rocky runs through the Italian Market there when he's training, right? And he would go right by Gino and Pat's, or he'd be right by there anyway.
Okay, so tell me, in your opinion, between Pat, and we are going to get to the history of the cheesecake, I promise you. Cheesesteak, Pat's or Gino's, what is your favorite?
Well, I think, okay, so they're both the very famous places, right? When you visit, you go to Pat's or Gino's, or maybe Tony Luke's, or Jim's on South Street. Those are sort of the famous places. I probably wouldn't go to any of those. Not because they're not good, but because basically in Philly, every neighborhood has a good cheesesteak or deli place. You get a hoagie or you get a cheesesteak right at your corner shop, right? So you can get...
But have you been to them?
I have been to them.
Okay.
I've been intoxicated to both of them. So if So if I had to make a choice late night, that's what you go. You go get a cheesesteak at the end of the night when you're wearing a younger man's clothes. So many moons ago. But I would say for me, I would say Geno's because usually, depending when I was there, the line would be a little bit shorter.
Oh, okay.
Just a little bit, just a hair.
But Pat's did come first because actually Pat's of Pat's Cheesesteak invented it.
That's right.
Right?
I believe it was like, 1930?
It was in the 30s, and he was a hot dog vendor, right?
That's right. He was selling hot dogs at 9th and Passyunk, and as the legend goes, I believe he just wanted to change it up. He didn't want to eat a hot dog for lunch, right?
Right.
So
right.
he sent his brother or somebody went to get steak. He sent him for like a ribeye. He came back with ribeye, and he chopped it up on the grill, and had some kind of roll, a French roll, or now the big roll over there is the Amaroso roll. You gotta have the Amaroso roll. But anyway,
which we will get to.
Yeah.
We need to talk about that.
So he changed it up, and he was just enjoying a sandwich, and I think one of his regular customers,
It was a cabbie.
A cabbie guy.
That was going by.
That's right. Smelled the sandwich.
Retro history.
What are you eating? Give me one of those, and boom.
Right.
Cheesesteak is born. And
But it had no cheese.
It had no cheese, right.
It was actually said he wanted a steak sandwich.
Yeah, he just wanted a steak sandwich, that's right. So maybe it had onions, who knows. But he was like, you should sell these instead of hot dogs, right?
Right. And then the cabbies kind of all started telling everybody.
Yeah, and then boom, you got a cheesesteak business without the cheese.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he opened a steak sandwich restaurant called Pat's King of Steaks. So he was first. And what was it? In the 1940s, 10 years later, his manager decided to add cheese.
Yes.
And that's when the cheesesteak was born.
Which is amazing because I can't even really think of it now without cheese, right? It's so ingrained in the taste and the culture of the cheesesteak.
And there are some cheese options, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut really quick because as you can see, the vegetables need to cook down, right?
Yeah,
They need to be really quick and soft. Okay, so we're not gonna keep you waiting for that. So we're gonna sit here. I'm gonna listen to his jokes more. He's gonna cook, and we will be right back.
I'm having such a good time.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Ah!
All right.
We're back.
Yo!
Apparently this is a Philly accent.
Yo, this is a Philly accent, bros, okay? So Jill set us up with some whiskey of some kind. What kind of whiskey is it, Jill?
Bourbon.
Bourbon. Okay.
Bourbon. Because my friend's here.
And we're here today. Are we allowed to reveal what day we're shooting on?
What day of the week?
Yeah.
It is a Saturday.
What'd you say?
Saturday?
I think you meant Saturday.
Saturday?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
Cali girl, what can I tell you?
Yeah.
All right, my love. Cheers to good friends, Philadelphia and cheesesteaks.
To Philadelphia.
To Philadelphia.
The Philly. Woo.
See, I always keep my martini, which by the way, I have 2 martini glasses today because I have a friend. But every now and then, you gotta have a shot. Okay, so we've got our peppers, our mushrooms. They've been cooking for about 12, 15 minutes.
About 12 minutes.
You really want them to be cooked down. And the one thing I forgot is we're gonna add a little bit of salt. I would say give it about a half a teaspoon. You're really not gonna need a lot because your cheese is gonna be salty. And I would add some pepper. So I'm gonna put some pepper on there. Fresh ground always. I always say that, but I can never say it too much. And now we're gonna get rid of those.
I'd like to say I agree. I'm a side note from Philadelphia. I'm a huge fan of pepper.
Are you?
Pepper on everything.
Is that a you thing or is that a Philly thing?
I think it's a me thing.
Okay.
I mean, it could be a Philly thing, but if it is,
So we're gonna put,
can we see that here?
we'll just put it this way. Can you, there you go. You got it?
Haha!
Look at that. We're gonna get those in a bowl. We're gonna try to
I'm
get
having
those.
such a good time. I know this is great.
This is YesterKitchen, babe. Retro at its finest. Okay, and now we're gonna put it back on the fire. And we're gonna put another, maybe 2 tablespoons of canola oil. If it's vegetable oil, you're fine. If it's a mix, you're fine. I probably wouldn't use olive oil because it doesn't have as high of a smoking point.
It's way too healthy for Philadelphia.
Way too healthy. And now we have chopped onions.
Chopped onions.
So I asked Konowal, we call him Con. Go ahead and put him in.
All right.
If they're sliced or chopped. He said, I don't know, make them both and I'll decide when he gets here. So seriously, I had them both ready. then he decided on chopped.
I did. I'm high maintenance.
He's high maintenance. So I have here, actually this is a half an onion because he couldn't make up his mind. But I would use a whole onion if you're making this. This whole recipe is gonna make 4 sandwiches. You're eating raw onions.
Mm-hmm.
My friends. So
love onions.
So we're gonna let these cook down. So we're gonna cut again. But before we do, I've got the all-important question for you.
Okay.
How do you order? Because I know there's a special way to order a cheesesteak.
Oh yeah.
Because they have no time for. I think I'll have the right.
Disclaimer. I'm not an expert, and I'm probably the guy who has screwed it up at the when you get to the window. I'm the guy they've been like, get out of here. But you want to order, and you want to order quick because you don't want to hold up the line. If you're at Pat's or Geno's or
Tony
Luke's or Jim's and there's so many other good cheesesteak places too. These are the guys that have done some good marketing. So, but yeah, you want to go up and so say you want onions, right? You want to walk up to the window and you want to go. I want 1 wit. I'm sorry, Philly accent.
Wit.
1 wit.
W-I-T.
Yeah, 1 wit.
Wit.
You could do 1 wit provolone, 1 wit whiz. Whiz is one of the big staples of the big 4. I think it's.
And we're talking about Cheese Wiz.
Cheese Whiz, yes. Sorry, Cheese Whiz.
But today, the recipe he sent me is Cheese Whiz.
Yeah.
So we're going with Cheese Whiz.
Yeah, because we're going big. We're going Pat's and Geno's. We're going the ones that you guys know, because that's a start. And if you want to go deeper, buy a ticket to Philadelphia.
There you go. All right, so we're going to get right back to you. But Brian's going to continue to cook these onions. And you really want them cooked down, right? Really translucent.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so as you can see right now, they are not.
You don't want the taste that I just had of raw onion.
That's right. Okay, so our onions have been cooking for maybe about 12, 15 minutes. Like, it takes a while for them to go down. But as you can see,
they look good, yep.
They are ready and they are melted down and they are super transparent. And so now, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and put those in a bowl. Because according to Brian, we keep the veggies and the onions separate, so we're doing that. And by the way, while you're doing this, you were telling me while we were cooking the onions that you've never actually made a cheesesteak because they're so prevalent in Philadelphia.
Here he is, exposed, a fraud. Well, here's the thing. You can get such a great cheesesteak by people who make cheesesteaks everywhere at your corner cheesesteak shop that why the hell would you make it at home? You know, Friday night you're gonna get cheesesteaks or, and you order them up and they're fantastic and that's what these guys do.
So if you're in Philadelphia, keep doing what you're doing.
Yes.
If you're not, here's an option.
But you know what? It's gonna be good and that's the important thing.
Okay, so here is the pièce de résistance.
Ooh.
We have, I'm actually just showing the camera.
Oh, sorry.
We have 1.5 pounds of ribeye.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's always ribeye. Well, it's preferably ribeye.
Preferably.
Right?
I think you could do it with another part of cow, but this is...
I asked my butcher to slice it as thin as possible. I don't think he sliced it as thin as I would like. So we're gonna let them cook down, and then as they get cooked down, we'll kind of break them up.
I like that she has a butcher. It truly is YesterKitchen. It's like 1955 in this kitchen.
Right? I have a butcher.
Yeah.
So we're gonna add another couple tablespoons of canola. Yes, it's an oily meal, but that's Philadelphia for you.
That's right.
And I'm just gonna go ahead and put these in separately, like this.
I think so.
And once again, we're gonna let these guys cook down, which will take a while. So I will time it for you. And we will be, but before we go, while I'm doing all this, as I said, Brian is an actor. Like, you can see him on TV, which is kind of super cool because I can watch TV and go, oh my God, there's my friend. Yeah, that one right there. So what's it like? What? Because clearly I'm not an actress. I have no idea what I'm doing.
It's the best and worst job in the entire world. It's awesome when you're working and when you've got a gig and when you've had a great audition and you book it. There's nothing better on the planet. But then you immediately have to go out and get another gig.
So if you want to see some of the shows he's in, I'll put them in the description because they're still, you can find them, right? YouTube or
yeah, you can go back and watch.
And you can see him. And you can see, sometimes he's just the meanest person and I'm like, this is not the guy I know. But here he is here making cheesesteaks.
Here we are, acting.
So we have our fire on hot. And as you can see, we've got a crowded pan, but it's okay because we're just gonna keep flipping and turning around the meat. Just like that. And we're gonna have to come back again. And then we won't shred the meat until you're back. So, is that?
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah? Okay. And I'm gonna show you a couple other pictures of him in his acting glory because then you can look at this and then look at that and
Yeah.
go, huh? All right,
Okay.
so we'll be back. We'll be back. And don't worry, we haven't forgotten about our martinis. Okay, I think we have everything done. So take a look. What I did was I went ahead and I cooked the ribeye, but because it was not thin as I'd like, all I did was I cooked it for maybe about 3-4 minutes. You can judge whenever it's done to pretty much your liking. Take it out, put it on a cutting board. I chopped it up, as you can tell, in about as small pieces as I can get.
That was fascinating. I'm sorry you missed that. She's an expert with that ginsu, with that samurai.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me cook, by the way, a little bit.
I'm so glad you're here. This is fun. Okay, so now we've got our meat. We've got our onions. We've got
One wit.
the wit. We've got our vegetables. Well, didn't get it there. And what I did was I took a thing of Cheese Whiz, stuck it in the microwave, because we're going Cheese Whiz today.
We're going Wiz.
But of course, provolone, American, pepper jack, like any cheese, right? Or is it just pretty much those?
I think it's pretty much those, but I mean, who's to say? I mean, you know, do what you want, live. If you
Live a
like pepper
little.
jack, get down.
So before we start this, I just want to ask you what your favorite acting role.
Oh, I was so ready to say Amaroso roll.
We've got French rolls today, as a matter of fact.
I can tell you.
Please
I
tell
had,
me.
well, you know, I like the when I can play something that's so far away from my actual me, Brian. So that was the role of Boomy in a television show called Training Day that a good friend of mine wrote a role for me, which I didn't get, but then I got, it was nice because I got bumped up to this other role
It was scary.
called Booney, and I got to play a biker. So I think you can still watch that somewhere. Unfortunately, the show was not still on the air, but it was really fun to play a badass, murderous biker with a big beard, with a big bushy red
Oh my
beard.
God, it was, well,
It was my
There's
beard,
the
but I
picture.
grew it, yeah. Oh, where is it over here?
we're going to do that or we're going to cut to it.
Okay. Yeah, so that's my favorite role other than
Yeah.
Amaroso, yeah.
And, but he got the role because a mutual friend of ours wrote the episode,
Yeah.
who, by the way,
Yeah.
you will be meeting in a future episode of this series.
That's right. Hello!
Honda.
Yeah.
Honda or Ian, or he's an amazing DJ.
Yeah, he is an amazing DJ.
And he's also a great cook. So we're gonna make something really good. But for
Yeah.
now, we've got chili. Where did I get chili from? We've got cheesesteaks. So we've got just your standard everyday French roll that I split in half.
The shot's kicking in.
Yeah, there you go.
If we go with the shot part.
We're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you need to tell me how to put this thing together.
Okay. I think.
But I'm gonna push the meat out of the way and put a plate here so everyone can see.
If it was on the grill, like in a shop, it would be done on the grill, but that's okay. So I think we go meat.
Meat.
Oh yeah.
Any particular amount or as much?
I
Oh,
think that's pretty good.
Okay.
We'll see. We can always add more.
Okay.
And I would say let's go onions.
onions, and that would be the wit, right?
Yeah. One wit. And then name your cheese, right? So we're going one wit whiz, I believe. if I'm doing
Does
it
the
right.
cheese go before the veggies?
I think that's optional. I don't know how they do it, to be honest with you. I don't
How
know
would you like it,
how I
Mr.
would do it.
Philadelphia?
I think let's get it all in there and then top it with the cheese.
Ooh, a topper.
Onions and peppers.
Okay, so here we got our onions, peppers, and mushrooms. Oh my god, this looks so good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then we can just let the whiz
Do its
drip
thing.
all through it. Delightful.
Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
This is like liquid gold.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
How's that? Oh, and by the way, have you subscribed yet? People should subscribe, huh? Because this is just the first of the series, and if you like Brian, you're gonna love the rest of my friends. They're wacky and funny and have good stories to tell.
I'm the first, huh?
You're the first.
And I'm the first where we're doing a shot.
You're the first with a shot.
I can't wait till we drink these martinis.
It's gonna be not long. So pretty much, this is your sandwich. Oh, this looks so good. Did you wanna try it, or do you wanna just?
I want to try it, yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
All right, I'm gonna get a knife.
Okay.
You always have your trusty knives ready for you. Here we go. Uh-oh.
Now, is it optional? Like, what if I actually didn't like it when I go?
I don't think it's possible.
No,
You made it.
I think you're right.
Okay. So now we have the official taste test, which everyone knows I normally don't eat the food.
Okay.
But we gotta try this.
Everyone knows that normally I do. So
Right?
There we go.
And right in the beard. What
That's what it's there for. Save some for later, right? Terrible. Terrible.
God. So how was it?
It's delicious.
As a true Philadelphian?
I mean that sincerely. This is delicious.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Success.
Success.
Woo! All right, well, thank you so much. Next week, I got another special thing for you. And in the meantime, if you're looking for more sandwiches and more retro sandwiches, I've got 2 more for you. Just keep going because I've got a lot of fun for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. This is so much fun.
God. I love you so
I
much.
love you. I'm so happy. I got 2 titles, first shot, first appearance.
Right?
Okay.
Cheesesteak, Philadelphia.
Can I come back?
I hope so,
All right.
if you will.
Okay.
All right, you guys, have a great one. Bye.